So thank you so much for joining. For those of you who are just coming on or just started following me, I am Dr. Sheika Square. I am a entrepreneur. I am a business coach. I'm the CEO of a tax firm. And yes, I am going to drop some gems today. So I want to talk about the importance. So there was a lot of during the pandemic towards, I wouldn't even say the end because we're still in this thing. But during the pandemic, both presidents, because there was a switchover in presidency, released a lot of money to the public through the way of stimulus, through way of EIDL, through way of PPP, and things of that nature. One of the main reasons I saw, because we were able to help people with their taxes for these different programs, structuring for these different programs to make sure that they got the max amount of money for each program. What we saw a lot of was people not being able to take advantage of the programs for small businesses because they did not set up their businesses properly. They did not set up their businesses properly when they started to be a small business owner. So I want to talk a little bit about, and let me see what chapter it is in money management. I want to talk a little bit about the importance of setting up your business. I was thinking about this earlier. How you structure your business can determine so much about how you get access to money, how you make money, how money is lent to you. I don't think lent is a word, so we're gonna say how banks and funding institutions lend money to you. All of that is going to be based on how you set up and structure your business. So that would be chapter 8. I was trying to see chapter 8 in money management and entrepreneurs. I talk about how to clean up your finances, and then chapter 9, reinvesting. So the last few chapters in money management is going to be super important that if you haven't already structured your business correctly, and I'll go through the tips of what I mean by correctly. Also, if you are aspiring entrepreneur or you're new to structuring your business, money management and entrepreneurs is more of a mastery. You trying to really master your money. Minding your business, which is another resource tool book that I have on the site, is going to be how you set up your business. Like if you really just need to set it up right. You never even worked on setting it up correctly. However, I'm going to give you the tools and tips. You need more. Minding your business. Look, minding your business, right? Is going to be really good. We haven't fully released it, but it's available in a bundle. So it's not, but it's on the site. So the importance of setting it up. So what we saw a lot of is people couldn't even apply for PPP because they had never set up separate bank accounts. And I've beat y'all over the head with this. Set up separate bank accounts from personal money and business money because you need to show that you're actually making money, especially if you have a W-2 job. So people didn't set up business bank accounts. That's going to be, second. It's not first. It's like second or third on the list, but you must set up separate bank accounts. That's chapter 3 of money management and entrepreneurs. You must set up separate bank accounts because when you would apply for these different funding options and opportunities, the first thing they would ask is send us a copy of your bank account. Send us a copy of your business bank account showing us that you were in business in February of 2020. They all ask that for the idea on the PPP. So if you never set up a bank account for your business, what happens is now you can't get this money. What? And it's free to set up bank accounts. So I talk all about, and I've spoken in different sessions on the importance of the types of bank accounts. So I'm not going to get in there. But the second or third step is setting up a bank account. Number 1 would be go get you an EIN for your business. It's going to be super important that you separate your money and separate. I'm looking down because I'm looking in the book. I'm literally looking in the book. It's going to be super important that you set up an EIN. You can go to a company that helps businesses with that, or you can set it up yourself. But you need an EIN because you need to separate your money. You need to separate your business. Just like you have a social security number, your business needs a social security number in the form of an EIN. So you must set up an EIN so that then you can go to step 2, which I believe is part of step 1, which is set up your business legally. So you go from being social security number to social security number EIN. Now you have 2 socials. You got a social for your business, which is an EIN. You have yours. And then you set up your business as either an S Corp, a C Corp. C Corp is redundant because it's a corporation. S Corp and LLC. You can take the EIN and still do sole proprietorship, which would not make very much sense. But you can do that. I am going to save this video in case people are just listening in. No worries. It'll be all of it because you do need to re-listen and re-listen and re-listen to this with your notebook. And I'm giving you stuff people pay for. So they're gonna probably be mad. But you need to set up your EIN, which will be the social security number for your business. Now you have that. Then you need to decide if you're going to be a LLC, S Corp, a corporation. And there's a plethora. You know, you can be a low profit business. All of those things. It's really up to you. That's logistics. You need to set it up because then now that you have an EIN, you have set your business up legally. What happens is you can now make moves as if your business is an individual. That is where people missed a lot of this money. They couldn't make moves as if their business was a separate entity and a separate individual. Your business can then get credit cards without your social. You can buy property. Well, over time, you have to build credit, but you can start to qualify for funding, PPPs, EIDLs, bank loans, credit cards, property. That's how you start to move into buying it under your business. My favorite part of, I was about to crack a very terrible joke, but my favorite part of having a social security number for my businesses is because you get addicted. Once you realize how, you know, setting yourself up legally really protects you, you want to do it all the time from every angle. But one of my favorite parts is that, you know, if something happens with one or I don't like it, I just decide, yeah, I'm good. I don't like this no more. I go set up a whole new business and really reinvent myself now as a Square Tax Group. First I was Ecosystems. A lot of people don't know the name. It was doing business as Dr. Sheika Square. But I decided I want to be Square Tax Group and Consulting Firm. It was so easy. I know how to move through it. We help people with it. But you could literally reinvent yourself as often as possible. You realize you are really not moving in your gifts and talents. Then you start to move in your gifts and talents and you give it a name. So step 1 would be EIN. You need an EIN. You can get somebody to help you with it. You can go get it yourself. Step 2 would decide how you're going to, step 1 part B. Or step 2, however you want to look at it, would be how are you going to structure your business? Because you must separate your money. I have a whole chapter in Money Management Entrepreneurs. I'm looking at the chapter. I know the chapter is in here. I'm trying to see the chapter number. Number 3, this book is already for sale. You need to get it if you're already an entrepreneur. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, you still need to get it. There's a whole course devoted to this on how to keep your money clean. Every client that I've had, and I don't want to lie to you, now makes more money. And not only are they making more money, they are keeping more money. I must know something. And I got receipts. I'm official. And I probably got a business name for that. But that's a whole nother conversation. You must learn to separate your money. In order for you to separate, you cannot even go get a business bank account, which would be step 4. I think that's what I said. Yeah. I know I said EIN was number 1. Number 2 was structuring your business. Number 3, I can't even remember, but step 4, and if you're writing these down, let me know what I said for step 3. Number 4 would be go get your business bank account, unless step 3 was, but I doubt it. Step 4 or 3, go get your business bank account. I don't even remember what I said. But you need your EIN and your business needs it, because the first thing they ask when you pull up to the bank and you say, I want to open a bank account, a business bank account, they say, where's your articles of organization? If you have no idea what that is and you're an entrepreneur, I'm going to need you to go and figure out what it is and set it up for your business. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, I'm going to need you to go figure out what it is and set up for your business. But you can't even open a business bank account. And then if something happens and you have all of these bank accounts, you're not struggling and stuck. So it's going to be super important that in business you legalize your money, you legalize how you do business so that you can then qualify for these different funding types. You have to have the EIN, you have to have the legal structure in order to set your business up to be able to qualify for funding. And then you must have this in order to open a business bank account, open any kind of funding in your business name. People spend a lot of time on the business name. It's irrelevant because if you decide you don't like the business name, you can just set up another document that says doing business as. So when you learn all of this, then you can start to maneuver and play the game of money. You can't even play the game of money if you don't know how to set up the systems. Like we want to skip the systems and then wonder why we're crashing and burning. So make sure you're cleaning up your finances. And then all of that spirals into something else. Once you become legal, you must really move legally. And I think that's another reason people don't like to set up their business legally, because you got to file your taxes. But there's ways to that. There's levels to this. You know, on the song, one of my favorite songs, Jay-Z, Meek Mills, and Rick Ross, Jay-Z says, my accountant is so good, I'm practically living tax-free. And I quote, because I listen to it all the time when I'm working out. So you don't have to be afraid to pay taxes or file taxes. You need to just get somebody that's really good at taxes. So all of that to say, many people can't even qualify for the amount of money flow that is happening right now, that has always been happening, because they don't know how to play the game. You have to learn how to set your business up. You have to learn how to move money. You have to learn how to set your money up in order to really become wealthy. If not, you can grow wealth. People can accumulate money, but then they lose it all because they didn't pay taxes. It wasn't filed right. They didn't pay people right. It's not. I teach people not only how to get the money, but how to keep it. Like, what's the point if you always broke? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I appreciate you so much for listening. I am going to, once we edit this video, because there was a question about saving it, it's going to be on YouTube. I have a whole YouTube channel with the long version, because you can't put the whole video on IGTV, and then a snippet of it will go on IGTV. However, it's going to be super important that you set this up. If you have additional questions or you really need to dive in deep, Money Management and Entrepreneurs is pre-sale. I'm giving you a discount until the shipment comes in. Once the shipment comes in, they're going to regular price. And you're going to kick yourself and be like, damn it, I wish I would have got, I think it's 20% off, 25% off right now. You know, until the shipment comes in, because you got to wait for it. You know, you might as well get a discount. And then as soon as the shipment comes in, we're shipping out everybody's. The course is 40% off until I feel like taking it off. All of the links are in my bio on Instagram, Facebook. I have to set you up. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm a open it for questions. I don't see any questions, but let me know if you have a question before I log off. But it's people miss out on this money all the time. Money, because you can't qualify. You can't even prove that you was making money and you move in cash. Like, if you move in cash, like let's say you're a barber or a hairstylist, so you move mostly in cash. That's cool. You could do a lot of things with that. That's all I'm going to say. However, you need to be depositing a portion of that, legally all of it. However, you need to be making deposits. I'll say that. You need to be making deposits into a business bank account so that if you ever decide to buy a shop or you ever decide to get funding to expand your business, that money is showing up, that you actually made that money over the years. And so, you know, people are just not thinking future with their business. It's just living fast. And then when you get to an age when you don't want to work anymore, you're broke. What's the fun in that? When I get to an age I don't work no more, I want to live somewhere on the beach and a big ass house, excuse my language, and have money still coming in. That's managing your money.